Yeah, and you guys did the professor tried to do the math and he failed.
But D6 could probably do those calculations if we gave it the information.
D6 takes a long time to compute stuff. He's been working on this problem for 300 years.
Yeah, but he didn't know about the magnetic bottle nuclear whatever blast or whatever.
Don't know what you mean.
The thing that they threw out into space, the bomb.
Yeah, he was just piecing together what happened to the Earth.
Right. What I mean is he didn't know about that they threw that thing out there, so he wouldn't have known how to calculate it. But now if we give him that information, he should be able to calculate based on the speed and the trajectory where it is. And if we could go out and get it, bring it back, slam it into the Overlord, and then we should be free to take our thing and go back to our time.
It'll take them 20 days to figure that out.
Jay, I don't have super intelligence, and I could figure that out in about 90 minutes.
No, you can't. 700 years in the future.
Sure.
But it's a straight line.
It's essential geometry, right? You know, the only thing that's difficult is figuring out. No, it's not even that difficult. The Earth
it's way difficult. And the professor tried to crack at it. It was difficult. I gave it a very difficult rating, and he failed.
All right. I will not bring the geometry in. I will not bring geometry to the table. So, guys,
you have to figure out how far away it is and all that. Who knows how long it takes to get there?
Taking out the atomic overlord, it seems pointless to me because we're going to destroy the whole timeline.
But it's the only way we can convince DeBronk that to give us the bomb.
And in trying to lay your hands on him, he has that pacification field that so far has been strong enough to squash any hostile action that you may think of taking against him.
To Metal's point, we don't have to hurt him. We just have to steal it. That doesn't hurt him.
Pacification field.
That keeps us from stealing from him?
Being pacified, being passive, yes.
I thought it just prevented us from hurting him.
I know, but you're just any hostile, you're just passive. I'm just taking that term.
Well, it's a good thing it didn't stop us
from any overt action.
It's a good thing it didn't stop us from attacking the bad guys that were coming after us.
Yeah, well, it obviously has a range. Not unlimited.
So is the problem with the Overlord getting to him or getting to it?
Yeah, the problem with the Overlord is you guys are just too big of pussies and you won't go and fight it.
Well, I mean, the issue is is it just to this date known as undestroyable, or is it the problem going to be just getting to it?
No, there's no force on the planet capable of taking it on, except probably you guys at this point. You see what D6 has got, wild lizard natives serving them. The Overlord grabs any mutant humanoids it can get a hold of and enslaves them.
There's a couple of hideous large-scale things we could do if this is an immobile installation like God Rod and things like that.
Is there anything around us that would be impressive for me to exhibit a disintegration, or am I just not even capable of shooting something as an exhibition?
You can't shoot me.
No, that wouldn't disintegrate you.
I know, but you keep wanting to shoot me.
There's the atomic Overlord. There you can see some screamers with some Cossacks on it. the flying force that attacked you. That's what it is.
Is he on treads?
Yeah, but it's a mobile.
Oh.
It has a 152 millimeter like atomic cannon that's useless for anything except obliterating cities. But it probably has in it, but it has like a bajillion hard points.
I smell something burning.
Yeah, I better go check it out.
That's creepy as hell.
I get my monitor. It has smell-o-vision.
Like what was that? Like
Smell-o-vision
Jaws
it is.
4 or something?
So, guys, let's just go take out the bad guy. If this is multiverse theory and we spawn a new timeline, we take out a bad guy, we go home, we blow up aliens, then we get tacos.
Tacos. No one told me about tacos.
Oh, you want McDonald's anyway.
They don't have tacos in the
I'm gonna
future.
try something new. Maybe I'll be a spokesperson for Taco
Actually,
Bell instead.
I thought it was well.
Oh, they
I
already
thought
got
it
a
was-
Chihuahua.
I thought it was well documented that Taco Bell caused the apocalyptic future that we're in now.
Demolition Man.
Make a run for the future.
Yeah. Make a run for the toilet.
Make a run for the future border.
We arrive back on poop.
Well, since
Well, the
Jay
direction-
disappeared,
The
Should I
direction
give him
of the
coffee?
campaign is taking us to the atomic overlord.
Yeah, it seems like we just have to go fight this thing. That's
Yeah, I mean it was like
the
when it came-
locomotive has left the station.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like the time when it came time for us to join the FBEE. You know, it's just the direction of the campaign. That's what's written in the book.
Agreed.
And this thing's gonna be tough. Jay took it easy on us last week. I was surprised we did so well. This week he's gonna get messed up. We gonna get messed up. The first thing he's gonna do, Metal, is try to neutralize you some kind of way.
Is anyone else having
And then it
bandwidth
become an
problems
after
here?
opening Chrome.
Is this my house or is the service being?
Yeah, I think it's just you. You're kind of sketchy.
Yeah, I'm a sketchy guy.
What are you looking at?
That's fine. It's everything else the other machine.
And you have doors spontaneously opening behind you.
Yeah, I know. It's a ghost
Yeah,
sneaking
it was pretty dang scary, actually.
up.
Did you not see the dog? Is like the dog below the level of your screen?
The dog is completely below the screen.
Yeah,
All
I
we just
can't
saw
see
is a
that.
door.
I figured it
swing
was a dog or a cat came in.
Ah,
You see her head over
yeah.
there by the window? Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally,
That's
all
true.
we saw was just a door swing open slowly.
So, okay, there's got to be, God, what was it? I just saw. He has like minions everywhere.
Well,
100, 300 unmanned screamers, 150 to 300 mounted screamers. They would arrive in 15 to 30 seconds.
how much can you lift metal with your powers
A
completely?
really vast amount. Give me a sec to check the number. It changed recently. 13 APs. So 120 tons.
It's like a
So what about-
loaded tractor trailer and a half.
And what's your range for that?
Two loaded tractor trailers.
8 miles?
So if we drop that amount of metal on top of the Overlord from 8 miles up,
So I thought about a God Rod attack. You take things in orbit and you just drop them.
well, I didn't even think. I mean, 8 miles is enough to get terminal
Yeah.
velocity. I mean,
Yeah.
orbit isn't going to do anything but slow it down at that point, or make it hot on the way in.
But yeah, that's a full kinetic kill.
Yeah.
Assuming he can't shoot it down in some way. I mean, I don't mind dropping a train on him.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Would it be wrong for me to? Would it be wrong for me to assume that the atomic overlord is, in fact, just a machine, and that it is not actually alive?
That's my guess.
I have no idea what it is. I just don't think me punching it's going to have much effect. So
I don't know. You punching something's pretty serious. So I think that we can make a run at it, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I don't mind god rotting it or dropping stuff on it, distractions, bombs, all of that. There's just going to be a lot to it. This is a whole battle scene, right?
I'm not sure how long it will take to disintegrate the entire thing. It looks pretty big.
actually, all you need to disintegrate, maybe we sneak you in and you disintegrate the cannon so that it can't shoot metal's projectile out of the air. And then we drop it on it. And then we're home for tacos.
Well, that picture he showed, he said it looked like a tank to me.
Yeah, but he said it was immobile.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about it immobile.
Immobile.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about it moving, but we do have to worry about
an emplacement.
Whatever metal's going to drop on it, that thing shooting it down with its giant ass cannon. And if we can disintegrate the cannon, if we can get in to disintegrate the cannon, but unfortunately that means getting fairly close.
If there's people manning it, you know, like a cannon emplacement, I can just phase through that and beat up whoever's inside.
Oaken, do you have any way to take anybody with you, intangible, or is it just you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then let's see.
I think that's a whole nother weirdo power. You probably can't do that. That would have to open up a portal, but I couldn't.
Yeah. No.
I can't do that.
All right, Metal. Could you fly a person and drop the big old thing at the same time, or hold it up in the air ready to drop?
Oh, I can do a lot of things at once.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is, what if Oaken and I cause a distraction on one side, draw all the forces over that way, you fly Professor up to the cannon, he zaps it, you get him out of there, we get out of there, and you drop everything on the whole building.
Can we borrow the squid bike?
Can we borrow the what? The squid bike?
I think it's still there.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll let us borrow it, but yeah.
He said last time he's surprised none of us took it.
Well, come on,
if the professor
that's something we can take. Hell.
Well, maybe the professor can use that to get in, zap the big cannon while we distract everybody so he doesn't have to fight his way in. Thoughts?
Did Jay call the fire department?
He may have.
Jay's level of distraction is sometimes very high.
We took the batteries out of the smoke alarm a long time ago because it goes off every time.
You know, here's an interesting thing. A couple of gigs ago, Jay was telling me I remembered these things if it happened before. And I was getting that kind of time travel loop feeling, although I didn't recognize it for what it was.
Yeah, I remember that. I guess that's the past thing.
So, yeah, I could get myself a bunch of steel cannonballs, and I could just bomb it all day long while you guys want to make a run at it. I mean, something will come to kill me, I'm sure.
Well, you can be up there with where you're dropping the cannonball. Well, maybe not 8 miles up, but you can be up in the air or somewhere safe, right? Because you got that kind of range.
Yeah. I'm just saying something is going to come up there and try and kill me, I'm sure. Jet fighters, winged squids.
Okay, but can you do it from the ground? If you go up, if your range is 8 miles and you put it up there, you could be on the ground in a safe place.
Yeah, I can. I think way up in the air is going to be safer, though.
Well, I can't fly, so
up there.
I forgot to tell you before we started, right when we first started talking, I proclaimed that I will roll double 10 sometime today.
All right.
So let it be written. So let it be
Let
done.
it be known.
Yeah, I write it down. You got till midnight. You got till midnight Vietnamese time to roll
Midnight.
it. He said today.
It's got a sensor range of not as much as 8 miles.
So yeah, guys, if we want to just go in and wreck it, let's go and lay some carnage. My only concern is I want to make sure he's actually the bad guy before we go and lay carnage on it. We have a pretty powerful super team here. If we want to go do it, let's do it. But let's make sure it's the right thing.
well, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we're going to go stop this entire thing from existing.
Multiverse theory.
I do prefer not dying. As
So
you
you're just
saw,
gonna have to get over that like you did last time.
when the feral
Because this
when
is
the
gonna be
feral
a
beast
tough combat.
when the feral beast killed me, I'm a little gonna be a little more cautious from here on out.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the Death Wish is 700 years in the past. She's dead now.
So let's do a little research. Let's figure out what's going on with the Omicron cannon there. What are we calling it? Expected attack and response programs.
That's what I thought it was that squad with the 50 cal that took them out.
Yeah. And its expected defenses are, squadrons of screamers with and without Cossacks on them.
So here's a thought, guys. How much can I distract 2 to 5 waves of Cossacks and micro missiles and screamers and all of that while you guys go in to take out the Giga tank? How much can I be a grand scale distraction while you go in and do the job?
So that's reversing the plan instead of us being the distraction while you take it out.
I'm very distracting. I just realized all my D10 are downstairs. I will be right back.
I just think he has a much better chance of being able to destroy it than we do.
Oh, look at the old desk he's got in his room. That's nice.
DeBrock, are you planning on joining this assault team, or are you just sending us in to do the dirty work?
Oh yeah, he's not going in. He's not that type.
His pacification field doesn't go that far.
He's a squid lover, not a fighter.
Exactly. Nope. He'll be with D6. Happy to communicate any surveillance information they can feed back to you guys.
And who does DeBrock work for?
Himself.
Okay, exactly. So he's the actual mastermind of all this crap. He's just doing dirty work.
He's the mastermind of his side. D6 is the mastermind of another side.
Did you see I made him a Melabonian scientist?
We're just his lackeys falling into his trap.
Well,
What do you think?
Fight. I'm ready for a fight.
Give me a chance to collect some things up, and you guys make a run for it. I mean, Oaken can walk through walls, for God's sakes. Between you guys, you should be able to go trash the thing. And I will take all of the minions as long as I can.
Well,
Let me
see. The tank would be able to pick you guys up within a mile, and then obviously it probably would disperse its fighter squadrons at that point.
So I go and be distracting. You guys go in under the radar, go separately, go together. I don't know. And hopefully there's a switch and we don't have to go the bombing route.
I don't know what kind of radar they get. How big of a radar signal does a human put off?
It'll detect you guys a mile out,
Okay.
and
Thanks
then it
for
would
telling us.
engage you guys with its flying forces. Its hard points on the tank itself are much more limited in range.
I'm pretty sure that this would increase my chances of death, but what if we approached it from four different sides?
Can.
Is there would that increase the chances of one of us getting through?
So you're going to take the jet bike? You're the only one without a means of transit.
Well, I'm the only one with no movement ability, so I'm going to ask DeBrock if I can borrow the chopper.
If you think you can handle it, he's definitely willing to give it. You know, you guys are heading against the atomic overlord.
Yeah, he's in a biker gang.
Increase your survivability out there. Do you got the stats on that thing? I can give you the stats if you don't.
I got nothing.
I know it'll go up to 9 APs.
Mm-hmm.
And Chrome,
That's
you
all I
run,
need to
right?
know.
You don't fly. You just run really fast, right?
Yeah.
You can run there. And I got flight.
Skate, technically, but yeah.
Skate, okay.
Skating through life.
Get to the chopper. Can I borrow a squid minion?
Someone ride on the back.
We absolutely essential for our plan is one squid minion.
Or how about can we recruit like an entire brigade of them?
Oh,
just have them start marching in.
He'll do one better. He'll off one Koru there, Korgu, whatever he calls them, the squid dudes with a little translator box on their mouths, to pilot it for you.
Wait.
Would you be comfortable with that?
I thought the translator people were D6's people. I thought it was the translator. The translator.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
We're on D6's people.
That's right. That's right.
I guess DeBronx speaks squid, so I don't know.
He's got some way of communicating with them. Maybe it must be telepathic. Who knows?
Got some kind of NPC or something.
You don't think he speaks squid? I like Chrome's answer.
Okay. Remember our chopper, right?
Yeah, remember that.
Okay, it's got a dex of 8, a strength of 6, a body of 6, a flight of 8. It has 8 missiles with an effect value of 8. And it has a front-facing laser with an effect value of 8.
So maybe the laser's what you need to use on the
armor.
Cannon.
Because
I got to go out and gather myself a bunch of materials.
Well, the 152 millimeter, atomic cannon will probably not be brought into play because there's no way to bring it to bear effectively against a small target. It's straight up. It needs targets like city size.
Right, but we were worried that when we get ready to drop a huge mass onto it from 8 miles in the air, that it would be able to shoot it out of the sky. So we were basically gonna God bomb it with Metal's massive, tin can collection, and then
D6 is not, can't estimate. I mean, it must be low on power, but how much juice does the tank have? Who knows?
That's what I was thinking. It's probably limited to how many shots you can get. It's like the Death Star. It takes a little while to power up,
So my thought is I will start 10, 15 seconds before you guys do. I will distract, get it to deploy troops. You guys run like hell in towards it from all your directions. Whoever gets there first disables it.
The cannon, right?
The robot itself.
I think we should go in the 3 of us together instead of splitting up.
Entirely up to you.
Does DeBrock have any troops? You got like a company of men we can disperse on the battlefield.
But Metal,
Nope,
I don't
nope.
think I can do anything to this thing. The guy says it's like the size of a small football stadium.
Yeah.
But don't you just eat it like you eat an elephant, one bite at a time?
Yeah.
You should be able to pitch things out at half the afternoon, if nothing else. Your fastball hits like anti-aircraft fire.
I don't know, eight APs.
Yeah, that's a World War II anti. That's a Madus. I mean, but the thing is, once we get in there, this thing is not going to be all hardened. It's going to be a machine. We don't have to Incredible Hulk it. We can Tony Stark it a bit.
10-4.
At what point did I confuse you for or did you confuse me for Tony Stark?
You can pull the plug.
It operates on some form of electricity.
So
Count
the
on
Brock
down,
will
Dave.
the
I
Brock
feel
will
my
let
mind
me
going.
take his bike.
Yeah, he
Yes.
will. Yeah, he'll even give you a squid to pilot it.
You don't
All right,
even have to
let's go.
drive it yourself.
Do you guys want to go
Or you
in
can drive
separately?
it yourself. Your choice.
Oaken was saying he
You
wanted
would-
to go in.
the squid is coming. He does not have to drive, but the squid is coming. Just to keep an eye on the ride. Make
Give
sure
me
you don't-
give me a quick run through on all the controls here, and I think I can take it. I'll drive.
Yeah, it looks like a combination of a plasma jet thruster with some anti-gravity technology on it. Grav technology. Make it.
But it actually is flight. You can take it up. But
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna fly to 8. Yeah. So it can.
I'm
You
keeping
can
it-
take it. If you put on a suit, you could take it up into high orbit if you could protect yourself. If you had your own, life support system. Sure.
If we all go in separately, the chance of them noticing Oaken is very limited. Everybody's going to see me. You're not going to miss Chrome. The professor's coming in like an issue of Heavy Metal. No one's going to notice Oaken until he's cutting their throat.
Yeah, Oaken can disperse. I mean, you're
That's
visible,
why, yeah.
but you're also. Well, I got to look on disperse how invisible you are. You are visible, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can come in through the walls, man. He can travel underground.
That's a good point. You can come in from underneath the ground.
I like
You're gonna do that? You're gonna come in from under the ground?
Yeah, I like
When
it.
are you gonna go under the ground? How far away?
I'm trying to figure out if its flight is 8
Mhm.
APs.
Yep.
How fast is that traveling? Because this thing can detect us a mile out. Like on that chopper, he should be able to, as soon as he's detected, practically be there.
So it's 225 miles an hour at the most. It's probably a little slower than that.
Yep. So it all, who knows what kind of reaction time the atomic overlord has.
Yeah, and I moved at a speed of 8.2. And Oaken, you can come in through basically under the ground, so it'll never see you coming. So I think
my flight movement is 6, so
right.
I'm going about 75 miles an hour.
Right. So
When it picks you up, it will technically have, I think, about 16 seconds to react.
So if
you're traveling at 8 at a speed of 8,
That's
you
3
get
phases before you can act on it.
so Metal, if you distract all the forces, you basically cause a big ruckus to get everybody coming after you. Professor and I hit it from opposite directions. Meanwhile, a little bit before that, we'll let Oaken go underground and head toward it. And then that way, I don't think it's going to be able to respond to all 3 of us and still have forces prepared to be able to catch Oaken coming up out of the ground.
Right.
One of us ought to be able to get to it.
All right, where do I come up out of the ground? Inside of it? In front of it? In back of it?
That's what you
I
have
don't
to
know what it
determine,
looks
man.
like, but yeah, pop up in the middle and see what it looks like.
How far away are you going to be when you go under the ground?
Half a mile out.
Half a mile out. Okay, half a mile is.
So
Well,
Jay,
thought
I
he
gotta
said he-
gather a bunch of stuff before we get
So
going.
half a mile is within its detection range, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can see out to a mile, so you should be like a mile and 100 yards.
Let's start
So
going in first.
11 APs away. What's your dispersal power? Or no, what's your your speed is what? 6?
6 AP flight.
We're in all the classic X-Men pots right now, or Vision.
So if you're able to float through the ground of the future Earth without a hitch, on paper it looks like it takes 2 minutes to go that distance, a mile and a half out. But it looks like I need to read the dispersal power because there's a lot of things, dangerous things that live on the planet of the atomic overlord.
Radioactive things.
I don't
Not
think
the
going
least is
underground's a good idea. I don't like it.
Big radioactive sandworms, you know.
But he's a ghost. I don't know that they're going to be able to eat him.
Depends on how his power works.
But regardless of how his power works, I don't think they're going to be able to eat him. Whether that's right or wrong, that's what I think.
Yeah, but he's susceptible to a lot of energy things. You don't know what's in the ground.
The physical attacks against a dispersed character will pass harmlessly through him unless the attack has a body higher than the activated APs of dispersal. So it's all or nothing.
I don't know how his
So-
powers work. He's a Danish space ghost. I don't know.
So,
I don't think moving underground is included in dispersal.
Well, you can't. There's no reason you can't, right?
oh yeah, you can. It's just, how much you're going to go through. Like you got to take a little bit at a time because you can only disperse through so much body, right? Body of substance of massive stuff. So
And the ground's pretty massive.
Can you go really deep? Probably not.
Metal.
Just saw.
Okay.
No, let's just skip that idea. It's a good idea, but let's just skip it. Once I get there, I just try to go into it.
Yeah, well, first you got to defend yourself against one of these big giant worms.
So, Jay,
I'm
before
not
I'm gonna gather
going
a lot of
underground.
I mean, I want a lot of debris.
That's not a
We
good
got
idea. I'm not going underground.
You got
Okay.
too much stuff going on at the same time. So
Yeah, it's and to cover a mile of ground underground. Dispersal's not made for that. I mean, I could disperse and like drop into the ground and then come back out.
If you try to travel through it, you'll attract giant radiating sandworms. They'll try to gobble you up.
I think Oaken just described peekaboo.
Yeah.
Jay, did you catch that? I want a lot of debris. I want a vast amount. And although I don't have super intelligence, I want to do a time on target thing. So I launch some up high, some up not quite as high, some a little bit up, and some directly overhead. So I can get everything falls and lands roughly at the same time. It's a artillery technique.
Okay, you're going to try to hit the tank?
Yeah, I'm going to give everyone a chance to get going first. But first, I'm going to dive bomb it. I'm going to gather up a great deal of junk.
And how far away are you doing this from?
Between 2 and 3 miles in the air.
2 to 3 miles in the air. So that's going to be 12 APs. What's your power?
13.
13. Okay, due to range, you'll just have one column shift against you.
Okay. But I want to drop, a vast volume, a whole field of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm going to collect up as much junk as I can to be as distracting as I can to let the team get in.
Okay. Okay.
The thing-
So that's going to be about a mass of.
I have 120 tons of mass to deal with. So I want as many engine blocks and parts of old.
Oh yeah, from the ruined city of the apocalypse, there's plenty of stuff to collect. You know, it's like you're like a lint brush over a rug.
Drop a freaking building on it.
Building is an option.
Any illustrators watching this, I need a picture of a sharp-dressed fat guy on a hover bike with one squid on his shoulder.
That's what AI is for, right?
I don't know. The AI either ignores certain elements completely or puts in other elements whether you want them there or not.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it can't spell squid minions.
You see that as Sturgis all day long.
With a squid?
Yeah, the squid maybe not so much, but
So it will fire a barrage of missiles from itself and hit all that stuff when it's about 200 yards out.
Which I'm going to. This is great. So these guys are going to come in on their ice skating tracks and then their super motorcycles and all that, while I'm distracting the missiles and the pilots and all that. I'm going to continue to throw crap at it as much as I can to distract it and let these guys roll.
Okay, all that crap being thrown at it, we'll get barrage of missiles. There's holy fuck.
Just spitball it.
12, 36, 48 unmounted screamers with a flight of what's their flight, like 10, 9, 10. So they release. They'll be coming at you.
Yep.
Okay.
Keep in mind, my whole point here is to give them a chance to run without having to attack all these things. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm ready to attack these screamers and dive bomb them. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a sneak attack in.
And then so what do you guys? What's you guys is doing? The other heroes
from three different directions, we're hauling butt toward the Overlord.
Without asking DeBrock, while I'm sitting here messing with the controls and getting ready to rip into this thing, I'm trying to devise a way to where I can actually just, if I get off of it, I can go ahead and have it power on its own and drive straight forward.
He wants to put a brick on the accelerator.
Exactly, but it's a bike, so I'm not sure
Exactly.
how to do that.
You could turn it over to the squid. He knows how to drive it.
Yeah, the squid's not suicidal. I was going to launch the thing into the
at full speed. He was just going to send it right at the Overlord.
Roadhouse.
Okay, so you want to lock controls? You want to lock controls on this? What's your intelligence?
Eventually, after I get off.
What's your gadgetry skill?
Intelligence is 12 minus 2 column shifts. Gadgetry's 9. It should be good, but better by itself.
If you can roll a 9 or better, you can figure out how to lock the controls to do what you want.
Double 10s, come on.
I hope this isn't where I waste those double 10s.
That's what I was just saying. I was like, here we go, double 10.
7 and 5, so 12.
Yep. So you monkey around with the thing.
I'll let you know when I hop off and send it. If it's got missiles and lasers already, I might as well use those first.
Okay, so you're streaking in on the bike. Compass points. Pick a compass point.
I'll come from the north, just because I said so.
I'll come from the south. And I'm keeping it low to the ground. I know I can fly, but I don't really want to plummet from the sky.
Chrome is coming from the north.
And I'm keeping it close to the ground, too, because I have
taking
to.
I'm kicking up a sand rooster tail.
And Oaken, what? You run at the regular speed of 4?
No, he flies.
Oh, he flies? What's your speed of flight?
6.
6? Okay.
I'm coming in from the north behind Chrome. Because he'll get there before me.
Yeah, you will arrive about a minute after.
Yeah. So he gonna make the hole for me.
The first thing you'd see on your Chrome on your approach as you're streaking is these clubbers, they're called.
Mr. T?
Clever Lang.
They're these 15-foot tall automatons with telescoping arms that they flail around.
Clubbers.
And they're like milling around. They're all around the tank, any direction that you're coming.
I thought you meant like a
around.
bunch of drunk college students. Clubbers.
Yeah.
No, I know they call them clubbers, but they're 15
Chrome, what are you doing over there?
Automatons.
Yeah, normally
Relics from the ancient invaders.
normally I'm totally down for the club, but not in this case.
And so yeah, they try to swat.
Okay.
Yeah, like drunk college students.
Well,
Can I go?
Time to roll initiative, right?
All right.
We're into that phase.
You tell us.
Woo! 31. The clubber's got 31. Where's it going to be?
26.
Okay.
I rolled my worst number.
Clubber's got a 23. Metal, what do you get?
26.
Chrome?
23.
I mean, the clubber's got a 31, excuse me.
Yeah, I thought you
Professor?
said that.
Yeah. That's their initiative is 23. Professor, what's your initiative score?
33.
Woo! Okay, Oaken, what'd you get?
21.
21, and the screamers that are flying in Metal's direction have initiative 17, so 17, 24. Screamers!
I need one more bit of information too before proceeding.
Okay, what is that?
Size of the squid minion. Chihuahua size, Labrador
Great
size.
Tuba size. A tuba with arms. Tuba with tentacles.
Tuba.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but very pliable too. You know, it can squeeze through narrow openings.
Okay.
All that like cool stuff.
Actually, you just took the squid minion's tentacles and tied them around your head like a headband, and he's just flapping behind you.
Woo!
Not if he's tuba size.
Go first, Prof. The stage is yours. What is the first thing you do? You're streaking across. You can easily.
As soon as I have visuals, I'm just launching missiles.
The Overlord is launching all its missiles at Metal, about 2 miles away.
Yeah, as soon as I have visuals, I'm just hitting the button and launching missiles. Just
From
I'm
his
just firing
bike.
all the weapons from the bike until I get there and can get off.
Okay. And you're firing them at the tank, right?
Yeah. The disruptor is diminishing. I'm not going to shoot it from this far away. I got to get up underneath it.
Okay. Your your thing's got 8 missiles. You can shoot one at a time and one every 4 seconds.
Then one missile.
And you're gonna shoot the laser as well.
Whatever I can do at one time.
All right.
You said the,
You don't
the
have to
laser
roll
and
the
the
hit.
missiles
You don't
both
have to
8
roll the
AP,
hit.
so 6 of one, half a dozen.
Mm-hmm. And what the laser and the missiles are an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You don't need to roll the hit the tank. That's done. That's done. But no, I guess you got to roll because you're going to need column shifts.
Here's that double 10. A 10 and a 2. 12. No column shifts.
No, technically it's one column shift. Impacted on the missile impacts and the laser hit. The scorches up the surface. The laser burns the surface. The missile does its explosion into it, and that invites the hard point plasma guns to shoot at you. The thing's got all sorts of little holes in it that are openings for plasma guns. Pew, 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 pew.
How impressive is that sandy rooster tail that's kicking up from behind the bike?
It's completely badass.
What theme music have you picked out for the bike?
Well, in my head,
Running on empty.
it might be the intro to Born to Be Wild.
Taking a ride from heavy metal. Don Felder.
Okay. All right. You're flying the bike. You can either use your dex or your flight as your opposing value.
That'd be flight then, because I have no vehicular skills, so I assume that'd be what, dex minus with 2 column shifts to the negative.
No, I wouldn't get that too detailed. I mean, it's comic
But still,
book.
the flight's liable to be better.
Yeah, dex is only 4.
Okay.
I'm assuming my acrobatic dodge is for my on my feet, not when I'm driving.
So
let's see. It's got a
opposing value
barrage
8.
bonus. What kind of barrage bonus does it get? Okay. That's what kind of barrage bonus it gets. Okay, it needs a 7 or better. As the plasma guns of plasma beams reach out to the chopper.
This,
It's a 13.
the squid minion is giving him the tentacle.
What's the body on that thing? 6?
Body was 6.
It just takes 5 points of damage from about 4 to 5 plasma beams striking it.
But
It's getting shredded.
What were they?
Now you need to make a dex roll. Make a quick dex control roll against. Let's see. Okay, what's your dex? 4, you said.
yeah, but I'm gonna spend 3 because I really would like to not eat shit.
Okay, you need to roll a 7 or better to not eat it.
All right.
11.
Okay.
I'll mark
You keep
off
her
the
steady. So the pieces are falling apart, and the squid thing is really excited with his arms going like this.
minus 3 hero points. Noted.
And the screamers, when they get close enough to metal, they'll launch a barrage of missiles at you.
When they beat my initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
So the missile's got an acting value of 6. There is a ton of them, so they get the team attack bonus. And what is your opposing value, Metal?
I'm spending 1 hero point and taking my opposing to 9.
Okay. You need a 9 or better to hit you. 5. I rolled a 5. So I guess we'll have to say you're able to peel away enough debris to absorb the impact of the first wave of missiles.
Well, I'm flying through the sky with all my debris. This plane couldn't hit me with
You're
all
really
the motion
breaking
going
up.
on, right?
Yeah, that was that was
Oh,
complete
good. I thought
stutter
it was
vision.
me.
That's not like you, Metal. You're breaking up. Now you're frozen.
Yep.
Oh, there's your head moving. Your head's no, it's not anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is
I'm
really
gonna
gonna be like a
Paralysis
real
game.
old school anime
today, I'm not-
feel with like the barrage of missiles and the plasma beams, right? And then you got like Metal with her Akira-like powers. Going down the initiative list. Oh, Clover. No. Screamer's just attack, so it's.
I'm entering through my other device, Jay, if you want to let me in.
Chrome. Yep, I'll go and keep an eye out for you.
Yep. So I have a question.
Yes.
The clubbers, obviously their clubs are big and large and all that, but what are their legs like?
Their legs are squat, square.
I was hoping for spindly. That was the adjective I was hoping for.
No, they look very sturdy.
All
And
right.
they got a pivot on the hip area, whatever, and they kind of go.
Okay.
They're not that fast. They don't move very fast, but they
Right.
shoot out their telescoping
Well,
arms.
Right. I was going to aim for the legs and try and charge through their legs if they were, standing on little stalky legs. But no, this I think I'm going to need to just avoid as I run past them.
Okay.
But if I'm still, when these things reach me and I'm not in range of the actual Overlord itself to be able to do anything to it, I'll go ahead and wing a fastball at one of them.
Your speed is an 8.
Yes.
Yeah, I just still at the end of this turn be about 40 feet away from the tank.
Okay.
And the amount of clubbers gets thicker right up close to the tank too.
Okay. All right. Is there enough room for me to get between them or around them or anything like that as I'm going through, or am I gonna have to fight through them in order to get to the tank?
The ones that are attacking you now, you can get by. You can blow right by. They attack you. Have they attacked you?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Yeah, if you're gonna blow by them, they just get a chance to hit. Their melee is 6. Team attack by a couple of them. What's your opposing value?
Dex of 9.
9, pretty good. So 11 or better to hit you. It's like a total of 10 long telescoping arms flailing at you. Wham, wham, wham. And I get an 11 and they need an 11 to hit you. So no column shifts. What's the strength is 6. What's your resistance value?
That's my body and my armor, and 18.
Holy shit!
You up that?
Nope.
I think it was 16 at one point.
Yeah,
Now, body-
all those up just like, whammy,
Yeah, body of 8 and armor, skin armor of 10. It's whatever where it's been.
Okay.
yeah, they don't even your slippery liquid metal skin, they just like slip right off of it. They can't even
Okay.
blow on you. So that's that.
Well, I didn't know you could use both. I thought it was one or the other. Don't they have to get through the skin armor first?
No. Skin armor, the way it works is it just adds to your body.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a stacking power. It's it's pricey, but it is good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
out there.
That's why a lot of my other stuff is much lower.
No, it is
Because
pricey.
I meant to be a bit of a tank.
Because it's like my dispersal. I can't use dispersal and body at the same time.
Right.
Correct. That's not a stacker. Skin armor is.
Skin armor, yeah.
And your
Okay.
dispersal
That's cool.
token is 9.
Do I get to attack these things back as I go by? Or
Yeah, if you like.
I mean, I don't know. I probably don't even need to. I'm just gonna focus. I'll throw a fastball at the tank if I can. 40 feet, I can throw it that far.
Yes, you could. Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
can.
I'm just gonna throw a fastball at the tank and see what it'll do.
Yeah, roll the dice.
Okay. Crap.
You can't miss.
Okay.
If you roll high enough, you can get column shifts and do
I
extraordinary
did
things.
not. I only rolled a 9, so
Okay. And your attack power
8.
is 9?
8 AP is my strength.
That wasn't strong enough.
I didn't think it would.
Well, that doesn't do it. That
Yeah.
doesn't do it.
Okay, no.
Going back to the initiative roll. Okay, I was going to roll to see. No, they didn't. Okay. You haven't been detected yet. And Professor, it's your turn. And you're muted, Professor.
How far away am I? Am I still just going towards it and shooting missiles?
How far away are you now?
Same
So
as
wouldn't he be
Chrome.
about the same place I am? So you're
Moving the
going
same
to end up
speed.
about 40 feet away when you get to the end of the turn.
Yeah,
That's where I was because we were going the same speed.
with a lot of clubbers. There's a lot of clubbers around the base of the tank.
Yeah, that was just after the first turn.
Eating sand, agitating the giant mutant sandworms.
Yeah, if I'm already 40 feet away from it, I'm gonna get off the bike and because I want to get up close enough to actually hit the big box with the disintegration ray.
Okay.
But I guess this turn, because I told you I wanted to have the bike swirl around and run into it. So I get off.
So I guess now you're bailing out of it.
Yeah, if I'm 40 feet from it, I mean, I want to get off, but have actually send the bike on its way.
Mm-hmm.
But of course,
I mean, you might as well get off of it. It's a flaming wreck at this point. I mean, there's a lot of things going wrong with it.
So essentially, I'm getting off, and I told you I wanted to have it programmed to swirl around and drive into the tank at full speed. But I'm gesturing for the squid minion to follow me off. Get off the bike. Get off the bike.
Okay. It seems to understand what your intention is.
Last time he was holding you lovingly anyways.
Does he get off?
Yeah, and it wraps itself around you and takes you off with it.
Okay, then I send the bike on its own, and I'm gonna
Okay, next turn it'll hit the tank.
just start dodging my way to get up under the tank so I can hit it with the disruptor.
Okay, another round of combat.
I haven't gotten an attack in, Jay.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, that's right. Metal Go, you were way low, weren't you?
Yeah, I had a 26. I had my lowest possible number. I'm going to throw a sweep attack at the tank, so I have a miles-wide barrage, basically God's own shotgun shell, and I'm battering it with my giant field of metal.
Okay. Acting value.
13.
13. No, let me tell you. You need a 9 or better.
24 buys me some column shifts.
24 buys you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column shifts. Effect value the same, 13.
13. Boom!
Metal just made a big opening in the side of the Atomic Overlord.
Too bad I'm on the other side.
What side? Pick a compass point. What side of the thing are you hitting?
West. I think I opened it in the west. I was coming in from the top, but west is fine.
Yeah. Well, it's coming down. I'm just picking a spot to eviscerate. Like, there's a top-down view of the tank, and I just scribbled a bunch of pencil marks on the west side where it got a little crushed. So that's open. That side's open. To machinery, raceways, hissing, steam. A lot of dead Cossacks, because they're in this place like ants. So.
Yeah, but if it's a maroon future, it doesn't count as killing combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been breached, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
It has been breached significantly. Time to roll initiative. That's 26.
33.
33. Prof, do you got yours?
32.
Oaken?
28.
Chrome?
26.
And the Clover's got a 27. Oaken, you're up first. This turn you can get up to it.
I can get up to it.
Yep. In which direction were you coming from? You were
North.
coming behind Chrome from the north. Okay. So yeah, you'd be joining Chrome at the face of this thing.
Okay. I'll get up there with Chrome and I'll blast like 3 clubbers.
Okay. All right. They've got a melee of 6. You got a 9, right? And you're trying to get a couple of them. You need a 9 or better to hit. 9 or better to hit.
I rolled a 3.
A lot of radiation causing a lot of interference. Seems to be denuding you of your power. Okay, so that was open. Oh, I'm sorry, Metal. You got a 33.
I do. So I ripped it up. I'm coming in from out high. I see the guys coming in across the field. I am going to... The great metal arm of the tank is still there, right? The big cannon?
Yeah.
I am going to attempt to basically pretzel it up. I'm going to do a Superman. I'm going to bend the arm around, see if I can tie a knot in it.
Okay. And that's kind of like breaking things, right?
It is, yes.
Breaking things.
This is absolutely the sound of me breaking things.
I was just looking for the page for that as well. One of my, there's breaking things. Okay, still just the thing's body.
I'm kidding. That's some good dice. I got a 20. I got your double 10s.
Those are
And
my
then
double
threes for
10.
total of 23 to bend up the big cannon.
Yeah, that's done. That thing will never work again.
Cool.
Clubbers.
And the double 10 prediction has been fulfilled.
Yeah.
I never get those when I need them, though.
Well, we needed it then.
Well, you attracted a couple of clubbers, Oaken. So
right.
their acting value is their melee skill of 6. What's your opposing value?
9.
Okay. They need to get a 15 or better, but there's more than one of them. So they need to get an 11 or better. And I rolled double 2s, 4, but I got doubles. 4 and 7 is 11. That's a hit, barely. What's your resistance value?
My body is 9.
It's your dispersal power, is it?
Yeah, I already gave you that.
Yep. Okay. I'm just.
You hit me, so it goes against my body.
Yep. And they harmlessly pass through you. Their clubs harmlessly pass through you in your ghostly form. They're unable to affect you.
Okay.
Chrome. Attacking with a 6 against your, what's your opposing value, sir?
9.
9 there, a lot of 9s, a lot of 9s. Okay. They're ganging up on you. Normally they need a 15, they need an 11 or better. 9, they miss. Professor.
Yeah, I'm not.
Attacking you.
I'm.
What's your opposing value?
I did nothing this turn because I was 40 feet away, and I'm not pulling the trigger till I'm under 10 feet away. So I'm just on full dodge mode, and running straight up under the tank.
Cool. We haven't got to do a dodge.
10. It's my agility plus my acrobatics, so 10
Right.
total.
Dodge at +1.
Not if you have acrobatics. Got special rules.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so let's go. I got there. What's your give me your number again, Professor?
Resistance value or
Opposing value.
opposing value is 10.
10. Yeah, nice. Yep, they need a 15 or better to hit you, dodging, but there's a lot of them, so they need an 11 or better.
His heightened brain, he sees it coming, so that's why. That's what justifies it, even though he's fat and slow.
He's fat, slow with a predictive
12.
index.
I got a 12, so it hits. No column shifts. What's your resistance value?
4.
Okay, you take 2 points of damage. As you get knocked around, so you get where you're going, but not on your feet.
So when you say opposing value, you actually mean dexterity to get hit.
Yeah.
Yes, but
yeah.
in your case, it's
whatever you're using as your opposing value to a physical attack, and that's
Yeah, I always use my dexterity, but then when I get hit, I use my dispersal to absorb the hit.
Yes. Yeah, that
that
would be a
correct?
resistance.
That would make it a
Yeah.
resistance value, right?
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
And if it can overload your dispersal,
Yeah, then I take damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you always used to ask for dexterity. when
Yes.
someone attacked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's when I was doing that. I was yeah. The formula never changes. It's always acting value versus an opposing value to get a target number, and then and then the effect, which is whatever is your strength. You know, another lever on the game control board.
I just asking because when I first started playing, you always ask for dexterity.
Right, because
No,
most
I
of the time
just said opposing
physical attacks.
Yeah, I just said opposing value instead of dex because my dex is 4, but my dodging is 6, and they add. So I just added it and said my opposing value is 10.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Professor, it's your turn to act.
No, I did not. I did nothing this turn. I just was running and dodging.
You got it, and that's right. You got where you wanted to be.
Yeah, because I can't fire until next turn because I'm not going to fire until I'm within 10 feet.
It's Chrome's attack, and then Screamers are on Metal. So
Metal's frozen anyway, so
Chrome, what are you up to?
oh, now he's back. I am going to dodge the rest of the clubbers and full-on shoulder cannonball right against the tank.
Nice.
Right on. Okay.
And hope I don't ring my own bell.
Yep. Let's roll the dice.
All right, Dex 9. Can't miss, right? But you said I get column shifts.
Yep.
18.
Woo-hee! 1, 2, 3 column shifts.
That ought to
column
destroy.
shifts. The effect value is 10 as well.
No, my effect value is 12.
12, nice.
No, wait, no, sorry, 8.
12. No, wait, 8.
No.
13.
But you get 3 column shifts.
It's been so long since I ran into anything. It is 12. Because my speed is 8, and I have, because of my hardened body, I have +4 to the effect value when charging.
Is that density increase?
So no, it's actually bought as additional inches of or APs of running, but only for the effect value when charging.
Got it.
Yep, gets you to your concept.
Yeah.
And yeah, you bury yourself nice and deep into this sucker. Whang! You have disappeared into the inside of the tank. You've gone through a lot of few Cossacks along the way, like doing repairs and things.
Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, until enough of the density and equipment in the guts of the tank slow you down.
Right.
Screamers on Metal. Okay, do it by the book. Can do this by the book. And they come in attempting to rip you to shreds with their claws. So, what's your opposing value, Metal, from this attack?
Opposing value.
And I'm talking like there's over 60 of these things flying around like a swarm of bats around you.
Oh, I'm going to spend 3 points and take that to 11.
So, and then since they're team attacking, that brings the 18 down to an 11 they need at this point. An 11, a 10 and a 1. probably not going to do a lot of damage.
It's not like the old days, right? To hide behind a car. The force shield changes that.
Uh-huh. So yes, you are able to defend yourself. They're unable to draw blood from metal. The free field is keeping them at bay as they maniacally try to find their way to you. Another round of initiative.
28.
28 says metal.
24.
24 says professor. 27 says the screamers. Wow, the highest, 33 says the clubbers. Chrome?
22.
Oaken?
27.
Clubbers go first. You got yourself really close and under the tank there, Professor.
Yep. For perspective, exactly how big is this thing that I'm looking at?
It's about 150 feet long, by 150 feet wide, and probably 80 feet high. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's like the mausoleum.
But on the west side, it looks like a bomb went off. The whole, it's all exposed. And then Chrome just buried himself in there.
Did you notice no matter how badass you are, the largest number of people you can attack in one phase is 125?
I did not know that. Where'd you get that stat? So the
It's the high end of multi-attack.
Is that
I
mass
can't get
combat rule?
to... Oaken, you're the only one out standing around the tank at this point. Okay. Their attack, what's your opposing value, Oaken?
Dexterity at 9.
Dexterity 9. Nice, got it. Okay. So yeah, we are all 6 to 9. They normally need a 15, but they're attacking a pack. Needing a 9 or better. And they get a 15. So 3 column shifts. But that results only in 2 points of damage, which doesn't overcome dispersal. So they do not damage you. Metal, you're up.
So how many screamers are in the air, kind of in this aerobatic combat with me?
60 or more.
60. He would, by the way, be 6 column shifts against if you wanted to go at all of them.
No, with all of them, it says the only team attack only goes up to 8
2.
and -3.
Not team attack, multi-attack, other direction. Team attack is if me and the guys all attacked one villain.
Oh, yeah, multi-attack. You're trying to attack 60 of them, 6 column shifts. Yeah, you're going to go for them all? You're going to take them all out?
Maybe.
Just do half. 30.
30 would be 5 columns against me. Shit. I can't make 5 columns work. That's just too many. I am going to zip into, I'm going to leave the air and I'm going to zip into the hole I put in the tank itself and see if I can get inside the body of the thing.
Yeah, the breach. You narrowed the breach.
You can. You're in the body of the thing. And, right where you come in, it's effectively rubble. With a lot of popping electricity and plasma.
Hey, is there a passage, a way to go? Because I'll start disabling things here if we're not sure what the center mind of it is.
Yeah, it's like a honeycomb of either blocks of equipment, machinery, or square passageways that the Cossacks and the warlords move about and maintain the interior of the tank. So you can just try to go down some of the corridors.
Going to go towards what's roughly the bottom and the center.
Okay.
Because that's where I'd put the brain.
And you'll have to get through some Cossacks and warlords that are attempting to stop you.
They would stab you.
But they won't get to attack you this turn. Next round of initiative. Oaken, you're up.
All right. All right, I'm going to enter the breach.
Okay. You see metal there entering the breach.
I'm going to
Going into the gut of the tank.
I'm going to sonic blast the tank.
Okay. Roll.
So I rolled an 8.
That is ineffective. You're unable to damage any components of the tank. Got to clear your throat, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. A squad of screamers chase after you, Metal.
Okay.
There's only the squad of them's only 4. So you've cut down the team attack a bit. And I'm seeing, is your dex an 8?
It is a 9. So actually, let me check.
It's a 9.
It is an 8. You're right.
Okay, they get a couple column shifts, so they need a 9 to hit you.
Yep.
15.
Resistance is 13.
Resistance of 13. We get 3 column shifts. That's probably still not enough. 1, 2, 3. Yep.
All right. Force field it is.
Yeah. Since there's so many of them, we'll just make it like they come in and you can swat them away and then smash them to bits. So that was the screamers. Oaken went. Professor, it's your turn.
Can I use the devastating attack rule? I'm up underneath the thing and I'm purposely trying to find a weak spot to hit it because I can't make the damage any higher, so I'm looking for the best spot to hit it. So devastating attack.
Yes, the devastating attack is the way to go. So
I'm gonna add 6. I'm gonna
Okay.
add 6 to my accuracy by spending 6 hero points.
Okay, that brings you to where?
7 plus 6 is 13.
As things stand, you need an 11 or better to deliver the devastating attack.
And that's with the +4?
Yeah, well, the +4 is against you.
Yeah.
It's harder, yes.
It's not. It doesn't start at a base of 0, or I'm just point blank against the wall.
No, it actually goes against the thing's body as its opposing value, and that is to establish whether you did damage or not whether you hit it or not. So that's why you still have to roll, because you're trying to break it.
Yeah, to hit. That's what we're dealing with. So I got an acting value of 13. What's the opposing value? It's not 0. It's a giant wall.
Well, breaking things, that's what it's like, right? You go against body. Otherwise, everything is a 0 when we'd all have 1,000 column ships.
Yep. So to successfully make the devastating attack and check for damage, you need to roll as it stands at 13 or better.
Okay. Wow. 8 and 6, 14.
14. Okay. And so what's the effect value of the disintegrator ray?
8.
8. And its body is 10, and you get -6 column shifts.
And -1 for the roll too, so -7.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's all your power +2. So the total power of the gun plus 2 more APs.
10.
With a devastating.
Yep. I think you found the brain. I think you found the brain cortex of the atomic overlord. You punch a hole all the way through it. From where you are at the bottom all the way through to the top. Or were you aiming at the floor? Is that what you were doing? Where were you aiming at? Sorry.
Yeah, I ran up underneath it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Right underneath it. Bwang! Yes,
So,
you punched a hole right all the way through it.
And then next round, it's
almost the entire tank powers down.
It'll just continue dissolving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The disintegrator.
Yeah. It'll just be 8 against body, right? Though. I can't do anything to affect the roll, so it may just dissipate next round, but I still roll. Maybe that's when the double 10s will come up.
Prop Chrome, what are you up to?
Well, I'm inside this thing, and I'm like looking around trying to figure out is it like what does it look like inside?
It looks like a honeycombed Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
With everything, all passageways and stuff seem to, I guess, all go towards the center.
Okay. Are any of these creatures that are in here, are they acting hostile to me? Are they running for me? Or
all the Cossacks with the crabs on the back of their heads, they're out. They've gone catatonic. But the warlords have autonomy, and they're just mutant humanoids that the tank has gathered over the years and, enslaved them. And they're called warlords.
Right. Are they coming at me, or are they running from me, or?
Yeah, a couple of them are coming out of the woodwork, coming out of some of the side passageways, and attacking you.
Okay. I'm gonna take a fastball down, bounce it off a couple of panels, and hit him in the back of the head.
Okay. There's 5 of them.
Okay. Well, I can only hit one.
You can do a ricochet, Cyclops it up to a team attack.
It must have ricocheted.
Or a multi-attack, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to do that? You want to try to
Yeah.
Off?
I want to bounce it off a couple of their noggins.
A couple of their noggins. So if you're going against 2, their opposing value becomes increased by 1. So their opposing value is 6.
Oh well.
Your acting value.
Hang on. Then I'm gonna go hit 3 of them because I think I got a good chance at getting them.
Okay, so 3 of them. They go from okay. Let's see. Their dex is where did I go? Okay, it's 5. They get 2 shifts. And what's your acting value?
My accuracy is 12.
12. 9 or better.
8. Never mind.
It bounces everywhere but hitting them.
Ding, 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 ding.
And it just rattles down, one of those Rubik's Cube hollowed holes.
What the heck was that?
Ding, 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 ding.
Like bad pinball.
Yep, like bad pinball. Okay, another round of initiative. I guess I got some warlords and some screamers about. No, the screamers are down. It's just warlords. They're the only thing that have autonomy. Warlords have initiative of 21 plus a D6. D10 is 25. Okay. Metal?
34.
34. Chrome?
26.
Professor?
26.
Oaken?
30. I rolled a 10.
Nice. That's a good initiative roll. That's Metal, you're up.
Okay, so how many warlords are we facing, and are they just inside the structure with us?
Yeah, running around like disturbed ants in an anthill.
So, guys, did we just achieve the objective, and we can split?
This thing still has power. It's just mostly shut down. A good chunk.
We disabled it. It's like we disabled its weapon systems, but we still got to find the Overlord of its mechanical.
We might have just killed the power, and someone needs to plug it back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to find the brain.
The brain's not dead. The machine's down, but the brain's not dead.
So there's 3 warlords which are in close enough range to melee attack you or shoot you with their plasma gun on there that they have.
I say to Chrome, you're faster than hell. You want to see if you can find it?
Yeah, I can. What am I looking for? I don't
The
know
brain.
if I know it when I saw it.
The brain.
Is it a computer brain? Is it a human brain? Is it like?
We don't know.
So you just want me to run through the building and look for anything that looks like a brain?
It's fabricated. It was made. It's not a natural brain.
Okay.
It's like a malevolent artificial intelligence with programming of destroy and kill.
Oh well, then it's gonna look like a computer. I mean, anything,
Yeah, it's got a label on it that says TRS-80.
Apple IIe.
But I will give you and just say, looking for something like that is a strenuous task, and give you a opposing value.
Not big with strenuous mental tasks. It's like taking a test.
Well, I
or
was
something.
thinking of covering ground, just covering ground enough.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't mind. If it's athletics, I'm good. All right,
Yeah.
I will.
How fast do you move?
8 APs.
8. Okay. Then, without spending any hero points, if you roll a 9 or better, you might get lucky.
A 10. 7
Okay.
and 3. When I saw the 3 at first, I was a little nervous. The 7 was under my keyboard, so I had to find it.
Oh, you got lucky. You got lucky. It's got to be it. That's got to be it.
And it's a Commodore 64.
Get a good run.
I typed in the comments Commodore 128.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it that much.
It was better than a 64.
There's a couple of warlords there around it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't just
but
run
it was
up and
still 8-bit though, wasn't it?
It was. It just had 128K of memory. 128K.
Yeah.
Hey, my first computer had 4K.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Jay, I was still battling 3 overlords, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, their opposing value is 5.
Okay. Roll of a 7, acting of 13. I was attacking all 3, which I think I got ambitious.
No, I think you still pull it off with a 7. A 7 hit.
Okay, effect value 13.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I've been carrying this chain around since the opening episode.
Yeah, you can just describe how you dispatch the 3 of them.
Sure. I take out the 6-foot chain that spins around and just batters them all across the room like they're hit by a rotor blade.
Okay, they smash into some of the walls.
Chain shot out of a cannon.
Pretty well.
Tumbles down towards the sands. Okay.
I'm going to go to the brain and disperse my hand, stick it in, and rip its innards out.
Well, you got to find it. You got to find.
Yeah, I haven't come back to tell anybody where it is yet.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the same type of thing. This time, though, what's your intelligence?
5.
If you're rolling 11 or better, you locate it.
What if I spend 2 hero points?
If you spend 2 hero points, either spend 1 or 3. And that will give you, what, either a 9 or a 7.
I'll spend 3.
You need a 7 or better.
I rolled a 10.
10. You find Chrome in the brain room. That's your action this turn. You and Chrome have made the brain room.
All right.
Chrome, we already did you, right?
All I did was run there and find it.
Yep. Well, that was your action. That was a task that you had to complete. Professor, it's your turn.
Okay, first, just curious. I can't really see it because I'm underneath it. But did the jet bike ever circle around and smash into this thing?
Yes, it did. Yeah, that thing is obliterated.
Did it do anything?
It did. It did. I mean, there's a smoldering burn on one side of it. You know, it's smoking. It's nothing to like the level of what like metal did to it.
But you wrecked the chopper for nothing.
Oh, come on. The movie, the choppers get wrecked.
Is there anything around taking offensive action towards me?
Yeah, there's some warlords. Let's see how many are crawling around through the rubble. One, just one of them.
If there's just one, I'm going to shoot him this time.
Okay. It's the warlord. Opposing value is 5.
Or acting value 7. I won't add any hero points.
9 or better.
I think it's 7. Let me double check. Accuracy 7. 9 plus 3, 12.
Okay, you hit with 1 column shift. Their body is 5.
8 to 5.
8 to 5 with 1 column shift is 4 points of damage.
Well,
it's going to get a parting blow against you.
Is it alive or are these things robots?
No, these are people. These are the remnants of what's left of humanity.
Then it should be his spirit, his life force.
Okay, I can do that. That's going to be less. So they're dead.
Non-lethal, just go to sleep.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he goes to sleep then. Yep.
Oh, that's right. This gun has magic attack as well.
There's Only 2? What did I say? 2 or 3 with Chrome and Oaken in there?
Well, hold on. The disintegration is still eating away.
Okay. Tell me what you get.
8 versus body, 8 versus body. Nothing added to it.
Okay.
He rolled 6, 7, 8, 9. Never mind.
No. The disintegration effect is expired.
Stopped. Okay.
But yeah, you took a lot of the power out of it. Okay, Oaken and Chrome, you're each getting attacked by a warlord. They've tossed their plasma guns aside and are grabbing their melee weapons.
They'd had better luck with the plasma gun. But I'm not going to tell them that.
Maybe
Not
they're
going to give weapons
working.
advice to the enemy.
Okay,
Maybe they're not working anymore.
They got a 9. Nope. Your opposing value, Chrome, is pretty high.
9. My dex.
Yep, but they get an 18.
Yikes.
Yeah, you needed a 15, got an 18. So that's 1 column shift. But lucky you, your resistance value, sir?
Yep, 18.
18, never, not a chance. Bang! Next round. Do or die time. Wow.
30 even.
You say 30, Metal?
Yep.
29.
So Jay, did my spending on my influence take place in the middle of the game, or do I have to wait till the next session? You were watching.
If you want to increase your life is short. If you want to spend and improve,
I was going to say I figured out what I wanted to spend it on in the middle of the game. So, okay, then 26 is my initiative.
Okay.
I increased my influence by 2.
Yep. And
Confidence, baby.
How much did that cost? How much did that cost?
140.
Nice.
Holy moly.
Well, that's got to know what it is. So.
Yeah, it's in the post, but I know you don't have Discord open, so.
Oaken, what do you got for initiative?
29.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the warlords are up first, and the only one
beat my
that's got
30?
warlords on them are Oaken and Chrome in the brain room.
Okay.
So they're each going to make their individual attacks against you guys. That's a 15, and 1 hits. But does no damage to you, Oaken, because there's not enough column shifts. And Chrome, you're missed.
Okay.
So it is now to Metal.
So I was still upstairs before they headed down to the brain room. Is there things going on up here, or is all the action down there?
All the action's down there.
Okay. I'm going to zip down to the brain room and see if they need help with their Overlord problem.
Okay. You join your pals there as they're squaring off. They're got 2 annoying warlords in their faces.
If there's just a pair of them, I'm going to go after the computer. I'm going to unplug it.
There's not really anything to unplug. Everything is really hardwired.
Well, it's just a question of how strenuously you have to unplug something.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to start shredding things in this room?
I want to pull them apart more than I want to destroy them. So, I don't know. There's certain extremely bright folks from the past might want to learn from them.
Wait, didn't he have to find it like we did?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still down here. We haven't told anybody where we're at.
Exactly. What's your flight, Metal?
Oh, fastest speed I can go is 8.
8? Okay. Roll a 9 or better and you find them.
A 10.
Okay, the gang's all here. Professor?
If there's nothing threatening down here, I'm just going to fire back into the hole with the devastating attack and get the process started again.
Okay.
Pretty soon, everything's just going to collapse to rust, and we're going to be standing
Yeah,
there like, what happened?
It's about time to vacate this thing because you guys have Swiss cheesed the atomic overlord really well. Yeah, now Klaxions are going off.
Somebody shut off that damn clock.
Sequence has been initiated. Scorched Earth protocol.
I'll spend the 6. I'll spend the 6 again to make sure that it affects it.
And the thing is really shaking what's left of it. Okay, then roll, Professor. You're going to carve out another piece of this thing.
Yeah, 14.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
That's with that devastating attack. So
Yeah, no, it's the whole thing again.
-6 plus the column shifts.
Yep, so the value is full. It's all.
8.
This thing is dead.
I'm not happy until the entire thing dissolves.
We come back tomorrow, he's still zapping pieces of it.
So if we make our way back,
falling apart.
if we make our way back to D6 at this point, can we take our nuke and go home now?
Yeah, I was thinking you guys can take your nuke and go home now.
Well, do we need to finish off these 2 warlords that we're facing?
No, they run. It's over.
I was going to try and bank one off their noggins, both of them again. I want to see if I can do the multi-attack.
Okay, if you want to get attack if they're running away, sure.
Yes, I'm trying to bean one off both their heads. I just rolled double 5s.
That's good.
And a 9, so 19. And I don't know if you're going to give me the blind side column shift. So.
Yep. What's your effect value on this?
8.
Yeah, it looks like the all column. You've reached the all column. So, yep. Were you shoot to kill or shoot to bash?
Oh, I'm just bashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Professor.
No, this is their dissolving.
Okay.
Before we leave, roll to 15. 8 versus body, 8 versus body.
There's really not much left of that thing.
Still dissolving.
2 sets of tracks, maybe. But yes, it's disintegrating.
That are slowly melting down to the ground.
Yep, that thing is taken out.
All right, now the question is, how do we get back since he wrecked the bike?
I can't imagine between yours. You can move at 250 miles an hour.
No, you misunderstood me. How's he getting back? He wrecked the bike.
And Squidly.
Are you going to make him walk? Is that what that is?
Did Squidly just follow me around while I was doing this?
No, Squidly's been outside. He's picking up pieces of what he can find of the bike. He's tucking them into his body in places.
Yeah,
and he seems to be weeping.
Yeah, just think about this, Professor. How's he going to explain this to his boss?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the wrecked bike, the tank, the computer brain, before I go anywhere, I'm rummaging through anything this size or smaller that I can fit in my pocket, a control board, disgratification unit, anything that I can find that I can tuck away for further analysis.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm tucking into a pocket.
It's like the Terminator's hand that you're going to take.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can find like, looks like a relatively intact chip, be part of its network.
Have we
But
just
you have-
plagiarized every future movie ever?
Pretty much.
What did you say?
I've got a sketchbook where I've been drawing up plans for a robotic bionic eye, but seeing all of this stuff, I've already started to reconfigure what I was working on.
Yeah, you're thinking big now.
All right,
Laser eye.
let's go tell the Bronc the good news and the bad news. The good news is the Overlord's gone. The bad news is so's the Chopper.
That was a chopper. He really loved that bike. But it was a legitimate cause, climactic battle against
Collateral
the
damage.
Overlord. They're going to he'll get the Corgus on a little project, a little side project for the next month or so to try to build a new one.
So can we take our nuke and go home?
Yeah, D6 tells you got to go back to the same place where you arrived, and then he's going to energize the machine that he's got access to deep beneath the city that powers the
Landing zone. We gotta go back there.
Okay.
So where you're standing underneath it, it was like some cratered impact crater that's long. Most of it's long since lost the look of an impact crater, but it was it's heavily radiated that area with that Enteron energy.
Oh, good.
And so that is tied directly to what would be in the past the location of Ponsville and that big antenna gear stuff. So that's like his conduit to send you back and basically hit the stream that you were being transported through to the dark side of the moon. The calculation is about a couple of seconds after you initiated the transmat device. So there'd be like a 2-second lag, 2 to 4 second lag when you're arriving.
We're there and we're back. Okay.
Well,
And you're carrying
I want to.
right metal.
Yes. I wasn't going to have the professor to carry it.
I trust I trust my memory, but I did actually pull out pen and paper and jot down detailed instructions from D6 to make sure that we do not forget anything.
Okay.
On exactly what we're doing and when we're doing it.
Got it. Use the nuclear warhead to stop the invasion.
Does that mean we get to blow up West Virginia now?
I believe we're going to blow up the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, you're ending up on the
we're gonna
dark
go back
side
to
of
the moon. All right.
Yes. We were transiting to the moon, and he put us back in the stream, so we end up on the moon.
Yep. And you arrive on the dark side of the moon.
Not bad.
And this was
Only 2 seconds after we left.
Yep. And this is we're gonna break because it's a full command center. It's or a bridge or wherever. Great views of the dark side of the moon. A lot of CO Congress of Truth troopers there. A lot of the your old friends are there too. A lot of weapons, expecting something coming through.
Great.
So, yeah, you're going to be arriving right in the middle of probably a battalion of Congress of Truth troopers and like meteorons there.
Oh,
I
what
want
was
Your
his?
Salt.
Who's the guy we threw a radio station at who doesn't seem to die?
Yeah, Death Wish, Quantum.
I thought
Yeah,
Death
so-
Wish was arrested. Didn't we take her out and they hauled her off? I thought the
I don't know about
FBI
you.
guys got him or her.
No, I don't think anybody was arrested. I think you took some people out and then you left.
No, well,
So
great.
Death Wish just came to, and everyone, and
Your buddy, Professor. She's all yours.
My feud is with Power Boy. What is his name?
I don't think it's Power Boy.
Quantum.
No,
there's Administrator Salt. It must be the third principal, Director Grace, Meteoron, Death Wish, Quantum.
A lot.
Troopers.
I'm thinking of the power.
Because he's always invisible.
I was thinking of
Looks
the
like
power disc from the other.
There's going to be like a bad episode of Stargate.
Might be like a great episode of Stargate.
And yeah, the view from the dark side of the moon, it's in orbit. It's a ways away. It's hard to tell how far away it is, but it's clearly like a swirling purple nebula that must be the source of concern.
I want to specifically point out also that although we arrived at the same time we left, more time has actually passed for us, and that's the time that matters when I ask you how much time has passed.
Right.
So how much time has passed, plus how long time passed for us when we were away?
What, a day and a half on the planet of the Atomic Overlord?
Seems
I'm
right.
noting that down.
He's worried about his regeneration and his revivification.
And but now that you're back in the present day, it's like August 2nd, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, your guilt probably still goes on the same calendar, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to pay 750 years of guilt.
Oh God.
If that's what you're worried about.
No.
Someone does that.
So we did determine before we left how to set this bomb off, right? I didn't turn up with a bomb I don't know how to detonate.
Oh yeah, it's easy. You flip this switch, you move this cord over to here, and then you flip this switch, and then you run like hell.
And
Yeah,
whenever you do, don't cut the green wire.
The professor's the one that's got to get it live.
Oh my God.
I'll take care of the run like hell part.
I'm assuming that's for our next adventure, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to you got to figure out how far away that nebula is, up in space.
So we appeared in the command room with all the villains from first season.
Yes, on their like little landing pad, the transmat device that connects to Pondsville. How they get from Earth to the moon without.
They're all
space.
sitting there cracking their knuckles saying, "Nice to see you again, Metal."
Been waiting for you. We've been dying to dissect you and get a load of your powers. We want to bottle that shit.
Oh, luckily I've only used like 5 hero points. I still have a pile. We'll see it.
That's Meteorons. Oh, capital city Cretans again. Now we have them right where we want them. There's no escape for you now.
Hey, Meteoron, how's your son doing?
His use is about over. I've extracted all the crystal shards from his brain that I can.
What the heck?
Yeah, he implanted his adopted son, Wolf, who's the superhero Wolf, was one of his experiments when he was working at Pondsville under the Congress of Truth. They made him put a meteor shard in his kid's brain.
Oh, Jesus.
See if he could develop powers, which he did. But it wasn't really his son. He just felt really bad about it. So when there was that whatever disaster at Pawnsville, when he escaped the clutches of the Congress of Truth, he took the kid with him, Wolf. And so now he's extracting that stuff back out of him.
This guy has a wicked mind control power, and I did a malicious compliance thing. He made me attack Olympian, so I ripped the power core out of his satellite and hit Olympian with it.
And he's got his head is like this big flowing psychedelic brain sac. I'll put up pictures of him.
I don't know about you, but I, for one, welcome my new Overlord.
And of course, we don't know what the Congress of Truth is doing. What are their intentions? What are they up to?
We'll find out.
Next time.
On Even Heroes Bleed.
See you later, team.
Yeah.